So record it and put it up. So if our drawing is down in the bottom left hand corner, we should always start our drawing in the top right hand corner. It's left room on purpose. Okay? So you should realise that straight away. If it was here, you start your elevation, plan and end view. If the drawing started here, you would have gaps here. So you'd have your elevation, plan and end view. Okay, so in the exam there's 3 of these questions. You're going to be able to figure out where to start the question straight away, so you won't be wasting loads of time. Okay, so we have, what shape are we going to be looking at from the elevation? What shape is it? A rectangle and a square. So first thing I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. So it's 20. So I've measured it there, 20 by 40. So measure across 20, mark it. Bring up my 2 lines. Now, very lightly, they're construction lines. You don't heavy in anything yet. At the start, always do it really lightly. So this 20, and then the height is 40. So mark 40. So we have the first shape, which is a rectangle. And what colour am I going to colour that one in? What colour? Green. Okay, would it help if the green was working? I'll use this one. So this is green. Okay, so what else have I to put on it? So, yellow square. Okay, where's it going to go, Lee? On what side? The right. Oh, thanks, most of it. Thanks, Lee. Right hand side. So I've measured it. It's a square, 10 by 10. So I've measured across 10. So this was 40. This was 20, measured across 10 here, and measured up 10. And it's going to be what colour? Yellow. Okay, did anyone have any problem with that so far? Nobody? Did it too big? That's fine. Is it in proportion? Is it a rectangle and a square? Yeah. Okay, well you wouldn't lose too many marks as long as it's in proportion. Okay, because you don't have measurements on the drawing. Okay, you're just taking the measurements off it. So then the next thing we do is, that's our elevation. Anyone have any problems? No? Yes? No? Aoife? Okay, pencils down. So lightly, very, very lightly, bring down all your lines to your plan. Okay, we're going to measure then. What distance did we say? 20 millimeters. So measure 20 millimeters. Mark it. And then we have a line going horizontally across the page. Okay, so when we look down from the plan view, from the top, what colour are we going to see? Purple and grey. So we're going to see this rectangle here on the left and this rectangle on the right. Okay, so we have the width, so we don't need to measure the width anymore. So we have to just measure, okay, the depth of it, which is 10. So from that line then, going to measure 10, mark it. That's going to go over. Is it going to go all the way across? Where is it going to stop? At the line. Perfect. So we're at the line. So we can heavy into things that we know we're going to keep. Are we going to see a line here? Is there going to be a shoulder? You're going to see that shoulder there when you're looking down. They're in line with each other. So when you look down, there's going to be a line. Aoife, pay attention. Okay, and that's going to be what colour? This one here? Yeah, so it's purple. So colour code everything and it makes it so much easier for you. So we have the width of the box here at the back. So this width here, okay, it's equal to this width here. Okay, does anyone have any problems with that? No? Good. So the length of it then is 30 millimeters. So we're going to measure 0 to 3, which is 30. Draw our line down, mark 30. Draw our line across. Draw our line up. And we're going to shade that in. Great. That's the rectangle on what side of the page, Lee? The right. Good, thanks, Lee. Right hand side of the page. Okay, so we have to finish off the drawing. So what are we missing? We have our elevation, we have our plan. So end elevation. So we're going to get the end elevation. So there's going to be a little man over here. And he's looking straight at the side, the right hand side. So if he's looking at the right hand side, it's going to be projected on the left hand side. Okay, so we have our heights. All we need to do is lightly, using construction lines, bring our heights across from the two rectangles. Okay, so we've loads of information that we've already got. We're going to measure then a distance of, what distance did we say? 20. Okay, so we're going to have our started here somewhere. So bring up a line lightly. Okay, if lads do tech graph, if you find this too easy, you have the other questions, keep working on them there now. Okay, so what height are we gonna, how high are we gonna come up? Do we have to measure it? Do we have to measure it? No, because we have our height here. So we're going as far as that line up. And how far across are we going to come? 10. Okay, so it's the same height as this. So we measure 10, mark it, and bring that line up. Okay, is that right? So that's our first edge. So how wide is it going to be? What colour is the edge we're going to see? If we're looking in from the right hand side, yeah, we're going to see this red rectangle first. We have the height of the rectangle here, and we have the length here, so it's 30. So we're going to measure 30 from the line, mark it, bring it up, both sides, across the top. Okay, ignore that line, and we colour it in red. Is that it finished? What colour am I missing? Blue. So this corner here you can see is in line with this corner at the back. So when he looks in from the side, it's going to be a line. So how far up is it going to go, Dennis? Where do I stop this line? Yeah, because we're looking in from the front and the side, the height never changes. So we brought the height across. Where them lines intersect, we'll give you that height line. We'll bring it up. Okay, so it'll start here, and we know then we can measure 10 mil, bring 10 mil across, and finish it off. So we can heavy that in, and colour it in. What colour? Yeah, so it's blue. Okay, so colour code everything. Make sure it's all the right colours. So grey, purple, yellow, green, blue, and red. Okay, so colour code everything. Make sure. Does anyone have any questions?